Hi everybody, my name is Carolyn Mackey. I am going to be your faculty for this 5-week Introduction to Social Justice. I'm very excited to spend this time with you. I love teaching this class. I think it's a very important course regardless of your major. I've been a faculty in the social work program here at NKU for just a little over 10 years. Absolutely love my job. Teaching is definitely the favorite part of my job. Aside from my work here at NKU, I also have a fantastic family. I have 4 kids ranging in age from 6 to 14. I have an awesome husband, a couple of pets. I am doing these recordings from home, so my dog or cats may make an appearance at some point. And if that happens, I will just keep moving on and pretend like nothing happened. So we'll see what goes on there. The purpose of this video is just to give you a quick orientation to this course, show you how to navigate this Canvas page. For some of you, Canvas may be brand new, so we'll just go through that briefly and then also go through the syllabus as well as the assignments that you'll have in this 5-week class. This is a 5-week online course, fully online. Since Canvas is new to you, on the home page of our Canvas site, if you look right here, I have provided you with a link to Canvas tutorials. NKU has created these Canvas tutorials for you. So if you are unfamiliar with Canvas, please feel free to access those tutorials to make yourself more comfortable with Canvas. Okay, so let's go through this course here. If you look at our home page, and I describe it here on the front page, when you scroll to the bottom of the home page, you will see 6 different buttons. These buttons will link you to different information. So for this first week, you have to click on the Start Here button. That's obviously where you've already been to access this video that you're watching right now. Then you have 5 additional buttons, one for each week of this course. So we'll click on Start Here first real quick. So again, that's where you found this video. In addition, I provided a quick overview of the assignments, so 6 discussion board posts, 6 quizzes, and 1 final project. We'll talk about each of those a little bit more later on in this video. Also, just to point out, for this first week, you have 2 discussion boards due. One of them is linked right here, and that's just a discussion board really to familiarize ourselves with one another and with the topic matter. This is due on Wednesday, this Wednesday, which is July 11th. Okay, I'm going to navigate back to the home page. And then if we scroll down, just again to show you, again for this week, which is week 1 of our course, when you click on week 1, it will tell you what our topic is, which is poverty. And then it will give you all of the content materials that you need for this week. We do not have a textbook in this class, so all of the materials that you have to review, I will provide to you. There will be videos, there will be PowerPoints, there will be articles to read, there will be some online exercises, and there will also be some PowerPoints for you to review. In addition, every week I will give you a brief overview of the topic for that week. Then when you scroll down on this week 1 tab, what you'll see is that your assignments for that week are linked at the bottom. So if you click on discussion board, it will take you to the discussion board for that week, and if you click on quiz, it will take you to the quiz for that week. And then at the very bottom of each of those weekly pages, you can click on the Click Back Home page, and it will take you right back home. Okay, to quickly go over the syllabus, let me drag that into the screen for you. All right, I am not going to read through the whole syllabus because obviously you can do that yourself. Again, this is a 5-week course. The purpose of this course is to give you some foundational knowledge in the area of social justice, look at some very important social justice issues that are relevant in our society today, as well as giving you some historical context on those social justice issues. I'm going to scroll down a little bit now. Obviously, this is a social justice class. We're going to talk about some issues that could be controversial. In that instance, please respect each other's opinions, please respect each other's values, and I want to hear everybody's opinions. I'm not looking for one specific point of view. I think what makes a class so rich is when differing viewpoints come together. From an integrity, professional integrity, and academic integrity perspective, again, respect each other's values, and also make sure that you don't plagiarize any content. So in all of the assignments that you complete for this class, please make sure that you're not cutting and pasting information off of the internet, but rather that you are paraphrasing information and then, of course, citing it correctly. If you have any disabilities that you feel you could use assistance with, please contact our disability office. They would be very happy to help you. Then I'd like to point out this section, NKU supports students. Food insecurity is a topic that we're actually going to talk about during this course. It is quite common among college students, much more common than we might expect. Going to college is academically very taxing. So we do have a food pantry on campus. It's called Fuel NKU. If you are struggling with purchasing food or hygiene items, please utilize this resource. That's why we have it on campus. I highly urge you to go seek assistance from Fuel NKU if you can benefit from it. The only thing you need in order to access benefits at Fuel NKU is your ALL card. So as long as you have your NKU ALL card, they just want to verify that you are in fact a student. That's the only thing they will ask of you. Then another social issue that is quite common among college students is sexual assault, dating violence, and stalking. We do have the Norse Violence Prevention Center here on campus. They are a confidential resource for anybody that has experienced any of those issues. Again, it is completely free. Please feel free to reach out to them if you've experienced any of these things and would like some assistance. And then finally, mental illness is also very common among college students and the general population. If you're struggling with anxiety, depression, any other mental health concerns, please reach out to them. They provide counseling services, confidential counseling services here on campus. Okay, so then let's get to the meat of the syllabus. Again, there is no required textbook for this class. All of the materials that I will expect for you to review, I will provide for you on Canvas. Again, I have a link right here to the Canvas tutorials. This is the same link that I provided on our homepage on Canvas. I would like to point out that sometimes, sometimes different browsers are set up with restrictions. You need to enable your browser to show you video and interview footage. So if you are having a hard time viewing a video, if a video is not popping up for you or the link is not working for you, then please reach out to our IT department at NKU and they can help show you how to enable your browser to show that content. So you have to enable your browser to show content if you are having any difficulties accessing the materials I'm providing. Our IT department's phone number is 859-572-6911. So that's 572-6911. This class is, again, it's a 5-week course, and I have broken it down into 5 different modules. During week 1, the module we will cover is poverty. During week 2, we will cover healthcare. During week 3, we will cover the civil rights movement. During week 4, we'll cover immigration. And then during week 5, we will cover women's rights and LGBTQ rights. So those are the 5 modules that we will cover. For each of those 5 modules, you will have to review a variety of materials. Again, that can include reading articles, watching movies, completing online activities, reviewing PowerPoints, and then also for each of those modules, you will have to complete at least 1 quiz and 1 discussion board. And for most weeks, it's just 1 of each. During this first week, you will have 2 discussion boards and 1 quiz, and during the last week, you will have 2 quizzes, 1 discussion board, and your final project is due. But all of those assignments and due dates are outlined further down in the syllabus as well as on Canvas. Since you do have quite a few materials that you have to review every week, again, this is a 5-week course, so it's accelerated compared to a course that you would take in 16 weeks. Please do not wait till the end of the week to start reading and reviewing all of these materials. Give yourself adequate time. Generally, your assignments are due at the end of the week, unless it's noted differently. But again, don't wait till Sunday to start reviewing the materials, because you will not be able to review all materials in a matter of an hour. It's simply not possible. So give yourself an adequate amount of time to review all materials. Again, the graded assignments for this course, you have 6 quizzes total. Each quiz is worth 9 points. So your quizzes are worth a total of 54 points, or 54% of your final grade. There are 6 discussion board posts. Each of those is worth 6 points for a total of 36 points, or 36 percentage points of your final grade. And then there's a final project that you have to do, which involves a food drive, and it is worth 10 points toward your final grade. Now let's talk a little bit in more depth about each of those types of assignments. So again, there are 6 discussion board posts. Each is worth 9% of your final grade. For these discussion board posts, they will become available at 6 a.m. on the Monday that we start that unit, and they will close on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So your discussion board posts are always due, except for your very first discussion board post, which is due this Wednesday. All of your subsequent discussion board posts will be due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Each of those discussion board posts will require you to answer several questions. So it'll be a several part discussion board. What I would like for you to do in your response is first restate each of the questions that I'm asking you, and then follow that question up with your response to each of those parts. This will allow me to see that you have in fact responded to each and every part of the question. So again, your discussion board post, your first discussion board post is due this Wednesday. And from that point on, all of your other discussion board posts will be due on the Sunday at 11:59 p.m. For each of the discussion board posts, restate each of the questions that I'm asking you, followed by your answer. The written presentation of your discussion board posts are very important, so I want the grammar and spelling to be good. If your grammar and spelling are not good, then your grade will reflect that. Also, please don't plagiarize any information. Make sure you're paraphrasing information and then citing it appropriately. Also, make sure that each of the discussion board posts are answered thoroughly. I need to be able to tell from your response that you have actually consumed all of the materials that I've provided. I need to be able to see that you in fact watched the movies, you read the articles, etc. So please make sure that you answer thoroughly and that you provide enough detail in your answers so that I can tell that you actually reviewed the needed materials. Again, respect others' opinions. I do not require you to respond to your peers' discussion board posts. So again, I'm going to repeat that. I do not require you to respond to your peers' discussion board posts. However, if you choose to respond to somebody else's post, which is absolutely fine, then please be respectful of their opinions. Okay, then we move on to the quizzes. Again, there are 6 quizzes. Each quiz is worth a total of 9 points. The quizzes are all multiple choice true false. They will close, again, just like your discussion boards, they will close on Sunday of that week at 11:59 p.m. So again, you will have 1 week to complete the quiz, same as with your discussion board. The quizzes are not timed, so you can take as much time as you would like. However, you only get 1 attempt. So once you start taking the quiz, you have to complete it in that sitting, because that's the only attempt you will receive. Again, though, the quizzes are not timed, so you have as much time as you need to complete those quizzes. Make sure that you do give yourself adequate amount of time to complete these assignments. Make sure you give yourself adequate amount of time to review all of the materials I'm providing before you start taking the quiz. Then you have a final project, which is due at the very end of this class. For your final project, which is worth 10 points, I'm asking you to complete a food drive. I'd like you to complete a food drive for Fuel NKU. Again, Fuel NKU is the food pantry that we have here on campus that I talked about just before. It is a wonderful resource for our students here on campus. So I like to encourage our students to be involved in advocating for our students and in advocating for this particular issue, social justice issue, that being food insecurity. So the purpose of this assignment is again to collect donations for Fuel NKU. I have provided a list here of the items that Fuel NKU lists on their website that they are usually in need of. But really they are in need of any non-perishable food items as well as any hygiene and cleaning supplies. If you do not live close to NKU, then you certainly can collect donations for another food pantry that's located closer to your home. So that is an alternative. If you wanted to do that, then please email me ahead of time to get your donation site cleared. So again, please make sure that you get that cleared with me first. Otherwise, I will expect that you guys will be collecting and donating your items to Fuel NKU. It is not uncommon for students to have some anxiety about this assignment. Conducting a donation drive can seem overwhelming. I don't want it to feel overwhelming. It is definitely doable. Think about how you want to conduct this. Think about what the best way is for you to collect these donations. That might involve, a worship community that you're involved in. It might involve posting flyers at your place of employment. It might involve using social media to post flyers. It might just involve discussing with your peers or community leaders. So whatever way you think will work to collect donations, that's what I would like for you to do. I expect for you to put a minimum of 8 hours into this donation drive, and I expect that that be reflected when you submit this assignment and you discuss to me what strategies you use to collect these items. I should be able to tell that this took up at least 8 hours of your time. I do not want you to buy food or hygiene products with your own money. That runs contrary to the goal of this assignment. So again, I want you to do a donation drive where you are collecting items from your community. Okay, then when you have completed your donation drive, you will write up a discussion post, and these are the things I want you to discuss in that discussion post. What items did you try to collect? What was your strategy for collecting these items? So did you hang up a flyer? Did you use social media? How did you strive to collect items? When, where, from whom, and when did you collect the donations? And what and how many items did you collect? On what date did you deliver the items to Fuel or another agency, if you have chosen another agency? What could you have done differently? What did you learn from this experience? And I want you to take a selfie of yourself with your donations while you are dropping the items off at Fuel. Or you can have somebody else take a picture of you at Fuel with your donations. This is my way of ensuring that you actually completed the assignment. So this is critical. If you do not submit this last part, then I cannot grade this assignment. So I need to see a picture of you donating your items at the food pantry that you have chosen. So be that Fuel or a different food pantry. I strongly urge you to start this assignment as soon as possible. Do not put this off to the last week of this class. We only have 5 weeks in this class, so it's important that you start this as soon as possible. Fuel NKU's address is right up here, so it's on NKU's main campus. They are in the University Center building, and they are in room 142. However, during the summer, they will have alternate hours. So I will get back with you to ensure that these hours are correct. Alternatively, and I will put this on Canvas, alternatively, you can drop them off in front of my office door at your convenience, and then I will take them over to Fuel myself. So that would be an alternative. And my office number is located at the very top of this syllabus. So you can see where my office is located, and you can drop your items off there in the instance that Fuel NKU is closed on the day that you drop off your items. So again, if Fuel NKU is closed at the time that you try to drop off your items, then please just leave them in front of my office door. I am in MEP 239, so that's the Math Education Psychology Building, room 239, and that room address is also at the top of this syllabus. Okay, then late submissions. This is very important. I do not accept late submissions. In other words, if your assignment has not been submitted by the due date, you will receive a 0 for that assignment. It is very important that you keep this in mind. If you have a legitimate reason, and that can't just be technical difficulties because you need to take that into consideration. If you have a legitimate reason why your assignment is going to be late, then please make arrangements with me ahead of time. Again, ahead of time. Don't wait until after the deadline. This is why I'm telling you, please don't wait until Sunday to start your assignments, because if you do have technical difficulties, if your internet stops working, you will not be able to submit your assignments on time, and technical difficulties do not count as a legitimate reason. So please start your assignments early so that if you do have technical difficulties, you can still make alternate arrangements to go to the library, go to NKU's campus, go to a friend's house, a parent's house to use their computer. Again, I do not accept late submissions unless we have made prior arrangements. And then at the very end of the syllabus, you will see our course calendar. This should be your best friend. This information is on Canvas as well, but it just tells you what we're doing each week, what topic we are covering, and then it also tells you what the deadlines are for those assignments. So please keep that close to you. All right, that's it for the syllabus. I do post announcements quite regularly. You can find those under your announcements tab. There are none there just yet, but that's where they will be. If you go to the syllabus tab, on the syllabus tab you will see a link to our syllabus, which is what we were just reviewing. And in addition to that, you will also see a summary of all of your assignments and all of the due dates for those assignments. So this again can be something that you reference quite regularly to ensure that you don't miss any assignments. It is critical that you not miss these assignments because again, each of these assignments carries a significant amount of weight. If we go back to the home page, I'm going to take us back to start here. Again, each discussion board post is worth 6 points. So if you miss one of those, that's a lot toward your final grade. Each of your quizzes is worth 9 points. So again, if you miss one quiz and you get a 0 on that quiz, then the highest you could possibly get in the class is a 91%. So please keep that in mind. Each of these assignments carries enough weight to truly impact your final grade. So just missing them is such a shame because it means that you earn a 0 on that assignment. So please try to avoid that from happening. Okay. So for this week, I'm going to go ahead and put this in here too. For this week, please be sure to complete this discussion board that's located on the bottom of the Start Here page. If I click on that discussion board, again, it will take you to the discussion board. This is just an introductory discussion board, and you will have to complete it by July 11th, 2018, which is this Wednesday. So please don't forget to complete that assignment by this Wednesday. And then for this week also, don't forget to go to week 1. And under week 1, you will see we're covering poverty. You have all your materials listed, and then you have a discussion board and a quiz due this week. Okay, so again, this is a 5-week course. We will be trucking along. It will be over before you know it. These courses always fly by. If you have any questions along the way, please let me know. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. I'm a very approachable human being, so don't hesitate to email me, or if you wanted to meet with me in person, we can make that happen too. So please just let me know in what way I can help you, and look for these types of video recordings every week. I will give you a video recording at the beginning of each new unit or new module, just so we're all on the same page with what's expected for that week. Have a great week this first week, and I will be posting another brief video. It'll be very brief for just your week 1 materials. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.